Okay, so we're going to talk about Shapley and dipole, and I have Tina here. She is going to ask questions and direct for information because it's been so into my awareness and head that I can get too expansive with it. So I have her here. She's a very talented astrologer as well for Galactic
Oh,
Astrology.
thank you.
And she can help me keep focused because sometimes I get way out there. So we're going
Well,
to
let's
talk
see.
about. So I'm just going to show first in my chart the reason why I have this connection to Shapley and dipole. Um, because in my fourth house near my IC, I have Shapley is a huge influence conjunct my Jupiter, which it's not just my mother, but it's Shapley is like the womb of our particular area of this universe and creation. And it's in Scorpio in my fourth house, and my mother is a Scorpio. So, just to give you an idea of why these are such powerful forces and why I've had to understand them, because they're a balance in my life, and I've had to balance them. Saturn is conjunct the dipole repeller, and that's actually my father. He was not a Taurus, but he was very much the disciplinary part of the dynamics of mother and father and child for me. So how this plays out is I've had to balance and understand these opposing energies. So, how does that play out for everybody else? Let's look at the picture here. So, for me, what I came to the understanding of during a meditation with my or a hypnosis shamanic session from the Maori tradition of the octopus, which is my friend Linda Ohala does it. And I will put a link for her and for our beautiful Tina in the description box of this YouTube video. But we'll get into this right now. So, dipole repeller is what I experienced in my meditation of truth was, or my journey into truth was the void. It was a source before any creation, and it felt peaceful. It felt like the beginning, but there was no noise. So it was like this electrical energy started to go through wanting to be created to explore and experience because just being comfortable in the void was really it was nice but there was no exploration, no evolution. So that's where the thought creation begins, that blue electrical lightning type energy. And I encourage anyone watching this video to do a short meditation on your own to just see if you can tap into that energy of the void, the thought creation. So thought doesn't become form until it moves into physical. And for us, this is our little part of this universe. Leninkea is our supercluster, and we're located down here. But the big influences would be like the archetypes of parents, which Shapley would be the womb, the divine feminine, which is balanced with its masculine, and then the divine masculine, which has the balance with the feminine, because it is the void, it is darkness, which is connected to the yin in Chinese theory of yin and yang. So it does have that feminine creation energy, but it's also the electrical thought energy that forces creation to happen in existence or pushes that creation into the Shapley, which is the divine feminine, yet it's also full of color and light because physicality is not the void anymore. It does bring the separation of colors and light. So even though we think of the yang as being like the sun energy of creation and thought to form, in this perfectly balanced example, the dipole repeller is the void and thought creation, yet at the same time it's void of light because it's the combination of all color. And source fractalized, and it came through in our region anyway. This is just a smaller version of the grand scale of creation, fractalized into different colors, like the prism. It shattered that blackness into separating colors so that we could discern and learn to work with all the different colors in a different way and experience them differently. And things fractalized and came into physicality, which shaped in the womb of Shapley for this part of our universe. And that came out of the womb as the Leninkea supercluster. And this is not a sex education video, but I will say so the dipole is like a sperm or the man, and the sperm comes not directly into the womb or the fallopian tubes where the baby develops in the womb. It goes through the entrance and then it comes up to develop in here and meet with the egg. This is just archetypal. It's not the way it really happens, it's just the energetics. And it's pulled by the great attractor, which we would say is the female part. Um, and then it does seed into the Shapley, and then it comes out to being in the Lenache, which is the developing baby. At Now, to take all that energy and to know that it's constantly evolving, it's always creating more, always more coming into physicality. But this baby, which is us in the middle, is interpreting the energies from the divine masculine and feminine, the father and mother energies. And now, whether you're in a family with two mothers or two fathers, there's going to be some parts that play out in a different way. But it's still, baby is interpreting itself in a world of receiving information from both the divine masculine and feminine, and it has to create something new and become its own with the knowledge and the energy from both of its parental figures, but to become something different and better or more, evolve its own self, which is the desire of source or parents. I don't, if you're watching this video and you are a parent, you understand this, that you want your child to get to be better, have more, not to be like you, but to have more, know what you have and what your other parent has, and to make something different. So that is what we are doing here in this galaxy and this supercluster. We are constantly interpreting from both and creating something new. Anyway, does that explain it, Tiina, or should I go into something a little bit more?
No, thank you. Wow, this is I'm just looking at the Shapley and all the cosmic points now totally differently. I have to I have to think about it. I
Yeah.
was wondering, you had this dipole repeller in your MC. Have you thought about it? What it means in your chart?
Oh,
Other than as this father figure, but do
well,
you think it is
it's
some?
more, yeah. I mean, I meant it's more be I was just showing you about how it works with the father and mother for me. That's why I attach
Mhm.
to it. That's why I'm understanding it in this way, because it's
Yes.
presented in my life. It's been something I can't get away from. But for me, yes, I'm striving to help other people see source and the void for what it is. It's
Yeah, yeah, but
un
it is beautiful because it represents this archetypal energies there very nicely.
and
Wow.
it's a way to, it's for me to strive to understand that source is that unconditional love, and that it doesn't see good and evil, dark and light. It just gives, it's creates and lets all of its children play and decide for themselves and to come to their own realization. I mean, obviously, in a human body, as a parent, you want to guide your children and a little bit more than Source does. So people call Source probably a negligent parent, but it's not. It's just allowing their growth. So that's the challenge in a human form, though, in this frequency vibration, is to guide that child and support them, but also allow them to know the balance of how to allow that child to explore on their own, but keep them safe and give them some kind of guidance, which Source doesn't do. It just wants to explore itself. So it creates and says, go out and do what you got to do. And I love all of you. And it, from our perception, that would seem very uncaring, but that's truly loving. Doesn't mean I want parents in this world to be that way. You got to guide your kids. It's a different energy, but that's the
Mm,
true nature of Source. It's unconditional love, whereas we always have some kind of conditions and contracts to put
mm,
structure to that growth and evolution. Whereas Source, it just expands. It's just there. That's our divine father and mother, and this is how it decided to split up so it could create new form. That's my perception of it.
yeah,
And I,
I
yeah.
can relate to that really. Yeah, thank you.
So it's understanding that, I guess, and to help people to see that they can look around them and not get so activated once they've moved into a place where they want to raise their own frequency, not to stick in the other frequencies of polarization and get activated by it. If that's their journey to stay in it, that's their place. But those who want to move forward and create new things from what we've learned from the polarity. It's important to love and accept even the dark side, even the what we see as horrific things that are being done of wars or hurting children or just things that we think of as evil or awful, to see it as a lesson, and it's a catalyst to move us forward to our own evolution and leave it behind and say, okay, that was a great experience. I learned a lot from what I don't want anymore, and I had to see it to appreciate what I have and then move forward that appreciation to create something new and beautiful. So that's what my MC, I feel, is from the void, why it's connected to the void, and why my fourth house close to my IC is also affected by Shapley, because it's that nature energy I came from, but it's also conjunct Arcturus in my IC. So it's that future. Like I said, it's almost opposing to what we understand as yin and yang, because the
Mm.
dipole is the void and darkness, which is considered feminine, but it's also the creation and thought of the masculine. And the Shapley is the colors and the light of the yang, but it's the real nature of it is to create and create form, which is really a feminine trait, the woman embodying the baby and birthing it. And it's the same with the, where did I go with that thought? Wow, I just got lost. Where was I going? Oh,
Well, I
also
can't
about
say.
it's also about time being one thing. It's not, we have to perceive it in the past, present, and future to learn how to discern and to evolve, but at the same time, in reality, past, present, and future are not separate. We have to delineate it, though, when we come to lower densities. It gives us the way to separate and define it before we go back up into resting and realizing they're all one, like bringing the past and the future into the now. It's the balance of that, the masculine, the feminine, into the birthing of both in the baby. And it's the past and the future, taking all the learned lessons and trauma, bringing them into the now, so that we, yeah, it's all about transformation, balance, and using that for evolution of the soul and for the collective, which reflects and ripples out to all the other dimensions. So there's a lot going on here. And people said that, oh, arrogant man made it sound like it was an earth-centered universe, or that our solar system is so important. Well, it is. It's not because it's arrogant. It's, this is a focus right now of this area anyway of the universe and our galaxies. It's, the earth is the United States of the cosmos in our area. It's a
Mm.
collection of all these different galaxies and different energetic collectives coming together, seeding their own, all their DNAs here. All those warring nations came and seeded to Earth, and now we have to learn to get along. Just like in the States, I understand other countries now have a lot of different cultures too, but they also have a very old traditional roots to their culture. Whereas the United States was created from all these different cultures coming together and created their own.
The
So
melting
if that,
pot.
yeah, it's bringing all these different cultures and not taking away from them, but adding them together and seeing how they make this beautiful music together, which still has not come to fruition, but we're working on it.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
and as America
Well,
figures it out and the United States people start to come more into balance and create something beautiful, it'll resonate to all the other countries as well.
yeah, and the universe. Yeah.
Yeah, and
All.
it goes out from Earth. Exactly.
Mm.
And I love
Yeah,
ancient
we are in a
cultures.
beautiful place.
We are. And I love ancient cultures. It's important to understand the traditions of Finland or Germany or China or Japan, but knowing that they're such structured and so rooted in ancient cultures that the roots don't pick up and or evolve as easily. So in the United States, there really aren't any roots. We've had to learn to develop our own roots. Luckily, I've lived in other cultures and grown up where there is tradition, so I can see the evolution here. People that have been born in the United States and grow up that way, they seem entitled because they don't realize the beauty of what's happening here. They take it for granted, whereas other cultures appreciate their traditions, but they also see that there could be so much more going on in the United States. And it's frustrating for people who don't live in the United States saying, what the heck is wrong with those people? They're taking all of it for granted. So, yes. And I look forward to hearing any of your comments on that and what your thoughts are, because you do this work as well. Are you there, Tiina?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Thank you. I, I, I don't know if you asked me the question or
Oh,
all
your
other.
thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I understand what you mean by that. I resonated. I can think of United States as kind of a example or how do you say special unit in this whole earth where the school is kind of made the most difficult lessons. So and yeah, it can be an example for all of us, and yeah, I can relate to that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not perfect, but the rest of the world isn't, even if they say they hate the United States, they all have hope that it will do something great and bring it to the rest of the world because the older traditions are kind of stuck in some of their ways, and it has to be somebody leads the way for the change. If that doesn't make anyone better, it's adding to the old, it's bringing something new and evolving everything. Yeah.
Mhm.
And your
Yes.
Shapley is in your fourth house as well.
Yeah, yeah. I have so much
Mm.
stuff in the fourth house. Yes,
Yes.
that is.
We didn't have to share that with the audience. Okay.
No, no, no. But yeah, that's yeah. I realized that it's there, and then it's the tenth house is the Dipole there.
And the
Okay,
Shapley,
but
it's, yeah, it
mm,
is a perfect placement for you as well because it is in family. It's the house of art of your family, and it's that deep roots, it's the womb. And so you're probably also here to do a lot of ancestral genetic line healing, whether you were a soul connected to that genetic line or you chose as an agreement to come in with this family to help them to heal their genetic line. It's to heal the past of whatever wrongs were done from, like they say, the sins of the father, but are we here to help heal that ancestral line? Because I'm a baby in my mother's womb while she's a baby in her mother. So there's
mm,
three generations in that, mostly the matriarch line, the female line. The man does his thing and he's done. I mean, you have their genetics, but you're really brought through the womb of your grandmother. So
mm.
everything my grandmother went through, I was feeling while she was pregnant with my mother. So
Yeah, that is true.
it's a weird thing to
Females.
think about.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's not go in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Well,
but
that's the
I.
divine feminine you're really talking about. It's true. We're
Mm,
pulling in that divine feminine again because we have to stay connected to it. It is our roots and it's birthing of the new too. So
yeah, that's divine feminine has been knocking on my shoulder, or I don't know, wanting something from me, or yeah, it's calling me. I don't know. True Venus, I think, but yeah, I guess it's there more deeper in my fourth house.
So we kind of explained the dipole and Shapley, and I wanted to give you a minute or two to talk about your work and where the people can find you, and I'll put it down in the description as well if you want to.
Okay, thank you. I didn't think about. Yes, well, I'm from Finland, and I have I'm Galactic Astrologer as well, like Kirk, and I my my web pages there is Kosminen Hattara, which is cosmic cotton candy, or in Finnish language, this Hattara is also the cloudy buffet thing. and it's also the kind of a it means also kind of old cranky witch lady in the forest. So I'm this cosmic cranky witch lady. So I don't know if it sounds sounds something that you want to have a reading with. But yes, you can find me from my web pages, and I do readings in Zoom and in English too and in Finnish.
I would have to say, from reading your chart and talking to you, it's not the cranky old, it's more the wise crone. It's that energy.
Okay.
Sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes she gets cranky if she sees the world's out of balance, but you
Well,
definitely don't give
yeah.
that energy.
Well, maybe it's not that cranky, but by the name, I wanted to the cosmic cotton candy. I wanted to have some lightness and some kind of uh, joke in the name because I don't think everything is that serious here. So we have to remind ourselves that, yeah, it's not that serious.
Yeah, that's whenever people talk about the star Sirius, I always say, "Oh, you got it. Are you serious?" Always a little sense of humor in there with because there is a lot of shadow work we have to do here, so it's good to throw in the humor. All right, well, blessings, and I will put your link down below. And
Thank
for
you.
all of you that want to experience beautiful, wonderful, feminine, mother loving energy that Tiina holds, so um, find her, get a reading by her, and thanks for joining us today. And I look forward to being part of some of your videos as well, Tiina.
Well, thank you, Kirk, and I have to thank you for your reading. It was amazing, and I got so many validations and answers, and yeah, you have a real talent there. So thank you.
It's a pleasure being part of seeing your journey. It really is great to see other people and how they are moving through this life. All right. Well, thank you. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.